What the fuck? Jake Paul just knocked out Tyron Woodley. Let me know in the comment section how many of you expected that to happen. Because I'll tell you what. Did I think that Jake Paul could beat Tyron Woodley again? Yeah. I thought he could do it again. Did I think it was going to be a KO? A brutal KO where he falls face down on the canvas? No. No, that one was completely unexpected. Like, here's a question. Is it time to start taking Jake Paul a little bit seriously? I'm not saying start viewing him as an elite boxer, because of course he's not an elite boxer. Knocking out Tyron Woodley doesn't necessarily mean that you're an elite boxer, but is it time to maybe start taking him just a little bit more seriously than we've been taking him right now? Maybe it's time, right? Because he's had 4 fights now. Granted, none of those fights have been against high-level boxing competition, right? Not a single one of those fights have been against high-level boxing competition. But he's had fights, though. He stepped in the ring. He's done it 4 times. 5 times now if you count Tyron Woodley. And every single time, every single one of his opponents, he's been able to knock them out cold. So that tells you at least one thing. One thing is Jake Paul has power, for sure. He has enough power and he knows how to deliver that power. That to me makes him, at the very least, a decent boxer. And that is just crazy to even think about. The YouTube guy, the Disney kid. This video is not going to be long. It's not going to be a long one. It's not going to be a long one because there really isn't much else to say except, wow. You know, when the fight started off, I'll just say this. My thought process with the fight is that if Jake Paul was going to win, he would need to keep the fight really long. Stick with the jab. Don't pay attention to what Woodley was saying ahead of, before the fight, that he was running. It's part of boxing. Backpedaling, ring generalship, moving around. That's part of boxing. Especially when you're facing a big, powerful guy like Tyron Woodley. It is wise to move around the cage, not the cage, the ring. I keep saying cage, octagon, because I'm thinking MMA. To move around the ring, use the ropes, use your jab, keep your strikes long, keep your combinations fast, as opposed to trying to use power. Especially because when you take a look at the way Tyron Woodley fights, Tyron Woodley he likes keeping things very turn-based. You go, I go. You go, I go. That's typically how Tyron likes to fight. And of course, his biggest weapon is his right hand. And rarely does Tyron throw on throw, as in rarely does he go when you go. He covers up. After you're done going, then he goes. And so if you focus on speed, you can kind of fluster him because you're not going to give him any opportunity to actually go because you're constantly throwing at him. So that was very similar to what Jake Paul did to him in the first fight. A lot of jabs, body head combinations, keeping things really, really fast, focusing on explosive, fast movements, keeping things very long. And I figured if he's going to beat Tyron Woodley again, that is exactly what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to keep things long just like that. And I was very surprised when the fight started off. He really stepped in the middle and met Tyron Woodley in the middle. And right off the bat, he was still throwing quick. He was still throwing with speed. But he was also focusing on a lot of power. You could really tell that he was coming there to make a statement. He really wanted to demonstrate to Tyron Woodley that he can bang as well, that he's got the power to actually stop him. At one point in the fight, he got caught. I believe it was like a headbutt or something. And the way Jake Paul was able to deal with that headbutt really shows a lot about his character as a fighter. Because it is not easy, especially when it's your first time seeing your own cut. It is not easy to see that, oh my God, I'm cut. Your blood is going into your eyes. You could probably taste it. You could smell it. There's so much going on. You're already tired. Your body is hurting. And oh my God, now you're bleeding. To see how a man reacts to that in the middle of a fight really shows you a lot about his character. It shows you about the kind of training that he's been going through. And he really handled that really well. He handled that like a seasoned fighter. I was really impressed with that. And then just out of nowhere, the fight was really, really lackluster. Not much was going on. I mean, I was about to fall asleep because these guys were just hugging and holding and crashing into each other over and over again. And out of nowhere, a bomb of a right hand, overhand right. Boom! The same exact type of shot that Tyron Woodley looks to land on his opponents, which also happens to be Jake Paul's best shot. He lands it on Tyron and just blasts him. I'm talking shuts the lights off, and this man gets flattened face down on the canvas. It was unbelievable to witness. I still can't believe I just saw that. Man. Oh my God. How many losses right now for Tyron Woodley, bro? How many losses? Let's see. Because, dude, it's got to be bad. When's the last time Tyron Woodley actually won a fight? It's got to be bad. Oh my God. Before he fought Jake Paul the first time, he lost to Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, Colby Covington, and Vicente Luque. He got submitted by Vicente Luque, and he got TKO by Colby Covington. So 4 losses in a row in MMA before going in there to try to fight and box against Jake Paul. And now 2 losses in a row in boxing against Jake Paul. So we're looking at 6 losses in a row for Tyron Woodley right now. My God, it might be time for our man to pack it up. It might be time to pack it up. Because I don't know where he goes from here. He definitely not back to MMA. Like, wow. I'm still pretty goddamn speechless. Still pretty damn speechless. Unbelievable. Well, that's it. I told you guys, I don't have anything more to say except, whoa. Brutal KO. I'll leave it at that. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about the fight. What did you guys think about the KO? And we'll go from there. Peace out.